Hey all, it's time for Jason's Thoughts. It's Happy Fri-Yay! Yay! For those that work the Monday to Friday kind of gig. But have you ever thought that, you start your week off Monday morning, 9 a.m. and you're already going, I can't wait till Friday, 5 p.m. You might be doing something wrong. Here's my thoughts on making sure that you have some resource tools, not only to decompress, but also escape throughout your week. So you're not always looking for that Fri-Yay. So here's my thoughts. You know what? If you're having a tough day, or you've had a tough conversation, maybe something didn't go as you had planned, maybe your to-do list on Monday was like 5 items deep, and then by Friday it's now 12 items deep and you really feel like you accomplished nothing. Take a time to think about, how are you decompressing? How are you handling potential stresses from yourself or from your job or just your emotions or your feelings? What do you do? Because I think that a lot of the times we get into our own heads and it just compounds and feels worse and worse and worse, and we don't get anywhere from it. So here's a couple tips and tricks that I personally use when maybe I'm having a bad day or had something bad happen to me, or I just need to get out of my work head and put on my life head, which is actually what we're all here for. The job's just the fuel to the experiences through money. And, there's great experiences at work too, but in the end, we are here to live life. So my first thing is have a buddy or have a resource or someone that you can confide into. This doesn't mean you have to spill the tea and share all your deepest, darkest secrets. Just someone that's really good at listening. They don't need to give you resolutions. They don't need to give you solutions. They don't need to tell you what to do. They don't need you to tell you to get over it. Make sure that's not the person you're calling. Just someone you can really trust to pick up the phone and just throw it all out there. No judgment, no fears. And if you don't have that person yet, try to find someone like that, because it's a really, really, really good resource. After a tough day, often I find myself looking through my contact list and going, you know what, I got to make a phone call. Especially for a lot of people that are working remote now. It can feel really alone sometimes, but you're not. We've got technology all over us. Make a phone call. The other one is what do you do after your work day? Especially if you work from home full time. Maybe you're not driving anywhere and you're all remote and you don't even drive. I mean, driving's stressful, but it is a decompression point where you can, even if you're stuck in traffic, you can be listening to good tunes and just kind of getting out of that work mode. But look, don't go right from work to home mode, especially if you have, a real high demand job. A lot of the times your brain needs to decompress and get into life mode, right? And when you literally go from your office, that might be in one room, to the dining room to get ready for dinner, there's no real transitional switch there. And so my word of advice is make some sacred time for yourself. I'm a big fan, as anybody that's watched any of my videos, of going out for walks. It's what I'm doing right now. It's where my brain really gets to free up and just ground myself to earth and the world and fresh air. So I make a real big effort to go for walks as much as I can, and generally as quick as I can after I'm done shift, because I know I'm not ready to be the family guy and the dad to my kids, because I'm still too much in work mode. So make sure you have a decompression zone. Another thing is art. You don't have to be good at art. I mean, have you seen these, wine painting nights? Man, I gotta go to one of those. There's some really good quality art. Yeah, it all matches everybody that's surrounding the room, but I'd hang it up on my wall. Go do that. Even if, pick up a pen, doodle, draw, listen to some tunes. You a musician? Be one if you're not one. Go grab a piano or go download a digital piano app at $5. Like learn to play piano. Duolingo. Like learn to speak French. Take whatever it is, take you out of your work mode, give yourself some sacred time, and then come back and shift into, life. Because that's what we're all here for. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. And for those that are celebrating or watching this on Friday and you're saying Fri-Yay, maybe this video might help you throughout your week versus holding it all in and penting it all in until the end of the week when you're completely burnt out. And those 2 days, they're not days off. They're called recovery days. And that's not healthy. Anyways, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, because, we're going through a lot of crap still. And we don't know what other people's journeys have been and what they're going through. So don't forget that. Please subscribe if you've checked out my videos before. I'd love to hear some feedback and comments, because it fuels my day and it gives me great leverage to compartmentalize my days and unpack my days, because I'm just out here walking, enjoying fresh air, even cold air, and enjoying this great thing called life. Take care.